Hello, dear friends. This is Majid Maksud, and today we are going to learn a strong verb and a weak verb. This slide, in fact, reflects the lesson's objective. Right after this uh, lectures, you will able to define the strong verb and the weak verb. You will also identify the weak verb and the strong verb. Next. Before going to understand the strong verb and the weak verb, we need to understand the verb itself. Verb is an action word, it's a part of speech, it's an action word. For example, on, laugh, sing, eat. These are the example, the first form of the verbs. Now, we need to understand the definition of the strong verb and the weak verb. In few words, weak verb tells us what happened, but the strong verbs show us how it happened. So weak verb and the strong verbs, in fact, self-explanatory words. But again, we need to understand and make the difference between two. For more understanding, we need to understand the definition of the strong verb. The strong verb is an action word that describes exactly how someone or something does in action. It creates clear picture in the reader's mind. Example, sprinted, whispered, wobbled, stared, stormed. All these words are in fact strong verbs. Now we will also use these words in the sentence for more understanding. So we have some examples here. John sprinted to catch the school bus. Sarah whispered the secret to her best friend. The hungry boy gobbled his lunch in just a few minutes. Okay, how she was hungry. You can get the sense. The children start at the beautiful rainbow in the sky. The angry elephant scammed through the muddy fields. So all these strong verbs are clearly giving you the sense. Okay, but when you compare these strong verbs with the weak verbs, you will get the weak verb will not give you these senses. Okay, so now we are going to understand the weak verb. A weak verb is a simple action word that tells what happened but does not give many details. It does not help the readers imagine the action clearly. For example, went, looked, walked, ate, finished. Somebody went somewhere. It does not give you the sense. Okay. And he looked at someone. You can't understand. Okay. All these examples are in fact of the weak verb, and we will also use these words with, and you will get the more sense of the things. Weak and strong verbs, we have the slides to understand both. The John went to the park after the school. John sprinted to the park after the school. The teacher said, please be quiet. The teacher whispered, please be quiet. Now there is some sense in the strong verb, but there is no sense in your weak verb. Fatma looked at the stars. Fatma started in the sparkling stars. The soldier walked across the field. The soldier marched proudly across the field. The hungry boy ate his lunch. The hungry boy gobbled his lunch in minutes. The girl ran to finish the line. The girl dashed to finish the line and won the race. So these are in fact uh, the examples of the weak verb and the strong verbs. And when you go through all these verbs, you will understand the difference between two. And I would suggest you and request you do the practice of these words. Unless you practice, you can't understand. These words are in fact not much difficult, but in fact, we don't practice. That's why we forget the words. So it needs to practice. And you also try to write these words and use these words with your friends. And you also write these words in your diary and practice it as much as possible. When you practice it, you will learn the things. Okay. Now I'm giving you some time for your question. If you have any question, you're more than welcome. You can ask me, and I will try to make it more easier for you to understand weak verb and the strong.